Hi, my name is Kim Newcomer. I'm with Ramona Star's 4-H Beekeeping. Today I'm going to show you how to make spoon oil. And spoon oil is a mixture of coconut oil and beeswax, and I use it on my cutting boards to condition my cutting boards or on spoons, and sometimes I even use it as chapstick. So to make this, you are going to get a kit from me, and the kit contains all that you need except for coconut oil and any sort of essential oil you want to add to it, edible essential oil. You're going to get a canning jar, you're going to get some wax, and you're going to get a stir stick. So take all that stuff. You're going to need some hot pads, you're going to need a microwave. I have a hot pad to put it on, and of course you're going to need that coconut oil and essential oil if you want it. That's not crucial. First thing you want to do is get a parent and get your beeswax out. This beeswax is not yellow because it's been in our hive. It's actually from our hive. It's older beeswax. And just take the beeswax and gently chunk it up. So it doesn't need to be in really small pieces, but I'm gonna just break it up a little bit. Watch your fingers. Make sure you have adult supervision when you're using a knife. That's pretty good. Alright, we've got all of that together. I'm going to measure out my coconut oil. You need 100 milliliters. I know that's an odd measurement, and my measuring cup actually has milliliters and cups. This is almost smack between 1/3 of a cup and 1/2 of a cup. So I'm going to take my coconut oil, which is solid, at room temperature. I'm going to add it in here. Wow! See how much I need here. That might be enough. I'm going to melt this in the microwave, just maybe 10 seconds in the microwave. I'll just do 10 seconds and then I'll try a few more seconds, whatever I need. I just don't want to get it super hot. Not quite ready. That's pretty liquid. I can see that I've got way more than 100 milliliters. And I'll look at that. I like to look at it when it's flat on the surface. And then I'm going to pour off some of this. See if I can get myself down to 100 milliliters. That looks good. Okay, so that's 100 milliliters. It doesn't have to be all the way liquid yet. I'm going to add, actually I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to put it in my canning jar, which you got. I'm going to add the coconut oil to the canning jar. Then I'm going to add the beeswax chunks. And then I'm going to have my stir stick ready. If you want to, you can stir it a little bit to get all the pieces down in there. I'm going to have my hot pad ready for this, and I'm going to have my, my mitts ready for it. Now I'm going to put this mixture in the microwave. I'm going to only do 20 seconds at a time. Do not put this on for long periods of time. I don't want to have a house fire here. So we're going to do 20 seconds at a time in the microwave. We'll look at it, we'll stir it, and you'll start to notice that the wax will start to melt. And it'll be pretty hot, so use your hot pads to pull it out. And you don't have to go until the beeswax is completely melted. It will continue to melt after you take it out of the microwave. So let me take it out and show you what I see now. See how the coconut oil is completely melted, but the beeswax is really hard, and I can look at it and see that the beeswax hasn't really started melting. So I'm going to put it back in, and it's not hot yet, so I'm just going to put it back in without my mitts. Again, I'm going to put it in for 20 seconds and continue to let it warm up. I'll just keep oscillating between that. 20 seconds, stir, 20 more seconds, stir. When it looks like it's starting to melt, then I'll stop and bring it out. Looks like it's really starting to melt here. So I'm going to use my hot pads and put it on my table. And then I'm just going to use my stir stick and stir for a while. Hi, Pumpkin! My cat wants to join us. There he is. I had some bigger chunks, so the smaller you chop it up at the beginning, the faster this process will go. I mean, I suppose I could get to the point where the stuff cools down enough, it's not going to melt the wax, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll eventually all the way melt. I could just pop it back in the microwave for 20 seconds if I feel like it's not warm enough, but this is warm. And I just keep scraping off little pieces off the side. So once it's all the way melted, you're going to just leave it sit, and it will start to solidify. This one looked just like this one when I made it before. So you can see how it starts to turn white. It'll start to turn back into that solid coconut oil with a wax mixture in it. So once all that wax is melted, then you can just leave it alone and let it completely solidify again. As it starts to solidify, if you want to add any essential oils, then you can take your essential oils and do 2, 3, 4 drops into it. But do it closer to where it's starting to get cooler and it's starting to solidify. Otherwise, the essential oil will just go off of it. It'll just evaporate. Okay, so that is it. You can even put the lid on, and then it's safe, it won't spill, and you can just set it aside and it'll start to solidify, and then within probably 45 minutes you'll have your spoon oil. Make sure to label it and enjoy. I'll show you what you can do with the spoon oil. You can actually take it once it's solidified. You can take it in a rag. You can just put a little bit on your rag, and you can work it into your wooden utensils. It just keeps your wooden utensils from splitting, keeps them nice and smooth. They look a lot better. I actually even do my cutting board, so I'll show you on the cutting board right here. I will take a little chunk of my cutting board and I will just rub in some spoon oil into the surface of the cutting board. Eventually get to do the whole thing. So that's what you use, or you can even use it as a chopstick. There you go. Your spoon oil. Enjoy it.